Imagine starting each day with a clear sense of purpose, not swayed by setbacks, remaining unfazed by surrounding chaos, and relentlessly focused on what matters most. It sounds almost superhuman, doesn't it? Yet, this was the daily reality for one of ancient history's most powerful figures, Marcus Aurelius, who was both a Roman emperor and a Stoic philosopher. His personal notes, surviving through millennia, are not just reflections of a bygone time, but startlingly relevant advice on mastering self-discipline amidst life's noise. Today, we're delving deep into Stoicism, not as abstract ideas, but as practical tools for leading a more disciplined, fulfilled life. Stoicism teaches us to transform adversity into advantage, turmoil into tranquility, and life's unpredictability into a source of strength. Whether you're dealing with daily stresses, seeking inner peace, or aiming to boost your productivity, Stoic principles offer profound insights. In a world filled with distractions and instant gratifications, Stoic philosophy anchors us in the virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and moderation. It's about more than just enduring life. It's about thriving in it, no matter the obstacles. So, if you're ready to change how you perceive and handle life's challenges, stay tuned as we explore the life-altering teachings of Marcus Aurelius, showing how they can build a robust, disciplined life today. As we begin this journey through Stoic philosophy and the insights of Marcus Aurelius, if you find value in what we're doing, I'll ask you for a simple free favor. Please hit the subscribe button. Also, don't skip any part of the video, because if you're here, you're not like the majority. Consider yourself unique and stay tuned for the exceptional insights we'll uncover together. Lesson 1. Finding your purpose is the start of self-discipline. At the core of Marcus Aurelius's philosophy lies the conviction that self-discipline begins with discovering your purpose. But what does finding your purpose entail? It's about uncovering what truly matters to you, what motivates you at your essence, and aligning your actions with this deeper call. Marcus Aurelius frequently wrote about living in harmony with nature, meaning, in Stoic terms, understanding your place in the grand scheme and acting in accordance with your virtues. For him, purpose was not just a lofty goal, but a practical guide for all decisions, from the trivial to the transformative. He believed that understanding one's purpose is what gets you out of bed each morning, ready to tackle daily challenges. It's what keeps you committed when temptations lure you away. And it's not about grandiose achievements or external validations, but about fulfilling the roles life assigns you, with dedication and integrity. In today's context, finding your purpose can feel daunting. We're surrounded by choices and distractions that might lead us astray from our true path. Here, Stoic wisdom isn't just helpful, it's essential. Stoicism encourages us to strip away superficial desires and fleeting emotions to discover what's truly important for our well-being and growth. It prompts us to consider, what is truly worthy of my time and energy? How can my actions today benefit both the greater good and my personal development? As we consider applying this in our lives, reflect on what naturally attracts you, where you find deep satisfaction, or what challenges motivate you to solve. These are hints to your purpose. Once identified, the Stoic practice of daily reflection becomes invaluable. By constantly aligning your actions with your purpose, by declining what doesn't serve you and embracing what does, you foster the self-discipline needed for a meaningful, impactful life. Let's take this insight from Marcus Aurelius and apply it daily. Ask yourself each morning, what should I do today? And each evening, did I live in accordance with my purpose? Over time, this practice will not only enhance your self-discipline, but also make your life more purposeful and fulfilling. Lesson 2. Rely on yourself. When Marcus Aurelius discussed self-discipline, a consistent theme was the necessity of self-reliance. Rely on yourself isn't merely about independence. It's fundamental to Stoic philosophy, emphasizing personal accountability. This isn't about isolation or refusing help, but acknowledging that our actions, reactions, and growth are ultimately our responsibility. In Stoicism, focusing on what's within our control is key. Aurelius often highlighted the power of the self in facing life's trials. By relying on ourselves, we access our inner resilience and strength. This principle educates us to trust our abilities to navigate life's uncertainties and adversities. It's about building confidence through competence and a deep understanding of our own virtues and capacities. This self-reliance is liberating, yet challenging. In an interconnected world where we're bombarded with opinions and advice, tuning into our inner voice can be tough. However, Stoicism teaches us to sift through the noise and trust our reasoned judgments. Aurelius believed this internal guidance was the most dependable, rooted as it is in reason and virtue. By relying on ourselves, we also gain autonomy in decision-making, allowing us to make choices that reflect our values and principles, rather than succumbing to external pressures or transient emotions. This autonomy is crucial for maintaining personal integrity and living a life true to oneself. So, how do we begin to truly rely on ourselves? It starts with small steps, making and keeping commitments, setting personal goals and pursuing them independently, and reflecting on our decisions to ensure they align with our core values. Over time, these practices strengthen our self-discipline, making us more resilient and grounded against life's challenges. Lesson 3. Show up every day. Marcus Aurelius stressed the importance of persistence, of being present not just physically but in spirit, each day. This isn't about sporadic bursts of monumental effort, but about steady, daily dedication that shapes a disciplined life. For Aurelius, showing up daily mirrored the Stoic belief in living in accordance with nature. Nature, for him, demanded active participation in life, contributing through our actions, no matter how small or routine. Each day was a new opportunity, not for grand battles, but to demonstrate commitment to one's principles and duties. It's in this consistency, in daily effort, where character is forged and tested. In our modern era, where distractions abound and motivation can be fleeting, the significance of showing up daily increases. It's easy to feel inspired one day and lose track the next. Here, Stoicism underscores the value of consistency. It's not about the intensity but the regularity of our actions that builds true discipline. This doesn't mean every day must be a masterpiece of productivity. Rather, it's about not letting a day go by unutilized, whether in career advancement, health improvement, or relationship deepening. Progress in any field requires this simple, often overlooked commitment. Moreover, showing up every day ties into the Stoic practice of mindfulness, being fully present and doing today's work today, free from the baggage of past failures or future worries. Marcus Aurelius wrote much about concentrating on the present, about doing your best in the task at hand. This focus is what turns routine into ritual and effort into growth. To develop this discipline, start small. Define what showing up means for you. It might be writing a single paragraph of your book, doing a brief workout, or spending quality time with a loved one. The scale isn't what changes us. It's the act of showing up. Each day you meet your commitment. You strengthen your willpower and embody the resilience at the heart of Stoic philosophy. By adopting this daily practice, you live out the Stoic belief in personal responsibility and continuous self-improvement, becoming a testament to the idea that while we can't control outcomes, we can control our efforts. In this consistent act of showing up, we find the discipline needed for a purposeful and fulfilling life. Lesson 4. Practice voluntary hardship. This Stoic principle, strongly endorsed by Marcus Aurelius, goes beyond merely making life harder. It's about preparing for life's unpredictability, strengthening resilience, and deepening one's gratitude for what one possesses. Marcus Aurelius, like many Stoics, believed that experiencing voluntary discomfort helps fortify the mind against times when life forces discomfort upon us. This might involve giving up certain comforts, taking on physical challenges, or making small, everyday choices of self-denial. The reasoning is simple. If you're used to hardship, unexpected adversities won't throw you off balance. You're essentially training your resilience, ensuring you face life's challenges with a calm, composed mind. But why embrace discomfort in a world that constantly seeks to provide us with ease? The answer is woven into the very essence of Stoic philosophy. Growth often occurs at the edges of our comfort zones. By choosing to step into less comfortable situations, we not only test, but expand our mental and emotional boundaries. This practice isn't about self-punishment, but about changing our perspective from seeing comfort as a necessity to viewing it as a luxury we can live without when we choose to. In dealing with voluntary hardship, you also cultivate gratitude. It's easy to take everyday comforts for granted, but when you occasionally go without them, you appreciate them more. This could be as simple as skipping a meal to enhance your appreciation for food, or choosing to walk instead of drive to value mobility and health more. Moreover, this practice connects us with the reality many face involuntarily daily, fostering empathy, humility, and a deeper understanding of the human condition, grounding us in our shared world. So, how can we incorporate this into our lives? Start small. Choose something manageable. Perhaps wake up earlier than usual, limit technology use for a day, or opt for the stairs over the elevator. The key isn't the magnitude of the hardship, but the regularity and intent behind it. Each act of voluntary discomfort is a step towards greater mental fortitude and self-discipline. Lesson 5. Practice the dichotomy of control. This principle differentiates between what is within our control and what isn't, urging us to invest our energy only in the former. This simple concept can dramatically alter how we approach life's challenges, reducing anxiety and fostering peace and resilience. What's within our control? According to Stoicism, it's our actions, reactions, and judgments. Our thoughts, our will, our responses. These are where we hold sway. Everything external, like the weather, others' actions, or global events, falls outside our direct control. Marcus Aurelius emphasized this in his writings, noting that getting upset over things we can't control is not only futile, but harmful to our well-being. Practicing the dichotomy of control begins with this understanding. While we can influence external events, we can't control them entirely. The Stoic finds liberation in this truth, focusing solely on what they can control, maintaining tranquility and effectiveness regardless of circumstances. This doesn't mean disengagement from the world, but engaging more constructively, directing our efforts where they truly matter. In daily life, this means asking, is this within my control, before reacting? If not, the Stoic practice is to let it go. This is easier said than done and requires mindfulness and reminders. Additionally, this practice affects how we set goals and anticipate outcomes. We aim for our objectives but find satisfaction in the journey, in our commitment to values, not in outcomes dictated by countless external factors. Stoicism doesn't promise a challenge-free life, but offers a strategy for keeping peace and dignity amidst life's ups and downs. By embracing this principle, we not only improve our lives, but can inspire others through our example of calmness and resilience in uncertainty. Lesson 6. Never play the victim. This principle involves recognizing personal responsibility and the Stoic pursuit of self-mastery. Instead of adopting a victim mentality where one feels powerless, Stoicism encourages us to control our perceptions and responses. This empowerment is key to the Stoic belief that our peace of mind is more influenced by our internal state than by external events. The idea isn't to ignore difficulties or injustices, but to focus on our response rather than the event itself. Aurelius believed that every event presents a choice. How will it define us? By not playing the victim, we reject the notion that our emotional well-being is subject to external whims. This realization is freeing and leads to significant personal growth and resilience. To practice this, we start by examining our reactions to challenges. Do we blame external factors or others? Do we waste energy complaining rather than acting? Changing these habits isn't about suppressing feelings, but understanding them and redirecting our energies constructively. It's about acknowledging our pains while recognizing our ability to move forward. Moreover, this teaching sees every obstacle as an opportunity to practice virtue and build character, shifting from helplessness to choice, embodying Stoic values like perseverance and resilience. By not playing the victim, we cultivate emotional independence, creating an inner calm from which we can engage with life more fully. This isn't about becoming emotionless, but about ensuring our happiness isn't easily swayed by life's fluctuations, allowing us to live in alignment with our principles, regardless of what comes our way. Lesson 7. Practice delayed gratification. Marcus Aurelius saw this not just as discipline, but as a path to greater freedom and satisfaction. In Stoicism, mastering impulses through delayed gratification isn't about denying pleasure but reaching a higher fulfillment aligned with long-term goals and values. It involves choosing to postpone immediate desires for more significant, enduring rewards. This principle is especially poignant in our culture of instant gratification, where waiting for something better is a rare and valuable skill. For Stoics, delayed gratification was about maintaining control over desires, believing that being a slave to fleeting pleasures could lead to a loss of freedom. By choosing actions based on reason and foresight, one cultivates a life of lasting tranquility over temporary pleasures. Starting with small habits, like saving money instead of spending it, choosing nutritious food over junk, or dedicating time to skill development rather than leisure, reinforces this Stoic practice. The benefits extend to better outcomes in career, education, health, and relationships, with research supporting that those who practice delayed gratification handle stress better, achieve their goals, and lead more fulfilling lives. Lesson 8. Ignore naysayers. This goes beyond not listening to negative feedback. It's about building mental resilience to stay focused on your path despite doubt or criticism from others. For Stoics, external approval or disapproval is out of one's control, thus not a source for validation or guidance. Marcus Aurelius emphasized focusing on what one can control, suggesting true peace is internal and immune to outside judgments. This Stoic indifference isn't about dismissing others, but about preserving an internal control. It means filtering out noise that doesn't serve one's higher purpose or align with one's values. In today's world, where opinions and criticism are ubiquitous, distinguishing between constructive feedback and baseless negativity is crucial. This practice involves evaluating feedback's source, intent, and alignment with our values. It's about confidence in our decisions, not from arrogance, but from a deep understanding of our values and goals. Ignoring naysayers enhances emotional resilience, making us less reactive to negative opinions and more focused on our vision. In a culture valuing social validation, stepping out of this loop to remain true to oneself is both rare and empowering. By choosing where to invest emotional energy, we protect our mental space and focus on our internal narrative, which truly shapes our lives. Lesson 9. Find wise people to emulate. This principle is based on the idea that much of our learning and development comes from observing those who have mastered the virtues we aim to develop. Emulating wise individuals isn't about copying, but learning from their examples to enhance our own character. Marcus Aurelius admired traits in others, seeing this as a way to embody their strengths. For Stoics, wisdom is practical guidance, best learned through the actions of those who've effectively applied these principles. Choosing whom to emulate involves looking for those who exemplify Stoic virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. These could be historical figures, contemporaries, or even literary characters who show resilience, ethical integrity, and rational thinking. It's about observing how they navigate life, make decisions, and handle adversity, asking what from their approach can we adopt. Emulating wise individuals bridges the gap between philosophy and action, making Stoic ideals more tangible and compelling. By surrounding ourselves with virtuous influences, we set a high standard for our behavior, pushing us toward becoming the wise individuals we admire. Lesson 10. Honestly review your day. This practice involves a deep, reflective examination of thoughts, actions, and responses, not just recounting events. It's about seeing if these aligned with Stoic virtues and personal values. This introspection acts as a feedback loop, enhancing self-awareness and guiding continuous self-improvement. Marcus Aurelius used this reflection to ensure he was growing as both a ruler and a philosopher. Implementing this today means ending each day with reflection, asking questions like, how did I handle challenges? Did my actions reflect my principles? What could I improve? Why did I lose control? This reflection fosters peace by allowing one to confront and resolve daily stresses. It's about self-accountability, recognizing strengths and areas for growth with compassion. Over time, this practice not only changes how we view our days, but also how we live our lives, aligning more closely with our ideals. Thank you for joining this exploration of Stoicism and Marcus Aurelius's wisdom. Remember, each day is a step towards self-mastery and living by the virtues that define a well-lived life. If you want to delve deeper, check out one of the suggested videos. Your presence in our Stoic Marcus community is appreciated, and we're thankful for it. Until next time, live intentionally and wisely.